Okay, hello and welcome back. This is the DOCC number eight again, because last night I had the idea to go live with my DOCC. That way it would upload directly into YouTube, and I wouldn't have to wait around while it was uploading if I did a video recording. So I thought I was progressing and doing well and using my head, and then it did seem a little abnormal how long it was taking to process. And somewhere along the lines, I had, that video was set to go, well, it was live. So it went immediately live. And I opened up my playlist with seven other videos, the DOCC 1 through 7. So last night was the DOCC number 8, first live edition, episode number 8. Well, episode number 8 now does not exist. I erased it. It was a great diary of content. I was really happy with it, but there was no sound attached to it. So somewhere along the lines of uploading to YouTube, gone. So little disappointment there. So that's why this is the DOCC number 8. Welcome back to the DOCC. This is the diary of a content creator. My name is Evan Linden, and I am not yet monetized. I am running two other channels besides this one, and I have two others in the future. Being a content creator, I've been working like nonstop, but it all started this summer. I started making music for fun, and then started getting good at it because I was making a song every day, and every day I was improving. So next thing that happened is I just decided to try and start learning different AI or what they can provide, and then during that process fiddled around with some video generators, and now here I am about almost 6 weeks later from starting two channels, and I created this channel to document everything that's going good and going bad in the other two channels, and then this third channel to have be a little bit disappointed because I didn't even find out until like in the early evening that the content that I had created, that I was all excited because this channel was going live. I had lost that content altogether. So I guess everything happens for a reason. So I don't know, good or bad, but that's why this is the DOCC number 8, and that's why it would appear as if I skipped a day. So I actually didn't skip a day. I just lost content. So I feel like maybe some of my hard work was you know fell down the drain a little bit. So that was a little bit of a blow. So speaking of highs and lows, this being the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm still at the grind and still working hard, I wanted to create the pattern of going live with my Bagel Cinematic Beats channel on Friday nights. Going live for that channel means me doing like a light show to LED lights that I have in the home, and putting it to the content that I've created throughout the week and in the past, and putting it all together and going live. I did this last Friday. It was the first time I ever went live with that channel. And I remember looking at the screen and seeing nobody was watching. But then when I shut off the live stream, I saw that I had picked up 3 subscribers. And this was a week ago on that channel. And that channel, I can't really explain it. It's over 1,350 subscribers now. But when I was doing that live episode, I was still probably, maybe had just cracked 100. So this was all last week. So through the course of this whole week, that channel has just, as far as subscribers, really improved. I mean, I passed the 1,000 subscriber mark. I blew past 500. blew past 1,000. Now I'm sitting at 1,350 subscribers, but now I feel even more urgency that I have subscribers, but I don't have watch hours. 1/40th of the watch hours necessary to be monetized. And I'm just really at a loss to how this channel is going to get those hours, because tonight I tried to go live. I think I stayed live for, I would have stayed longer if I felt people were watching, but that's the thing. Like, I think I had done 90 minutes and, nobody was watching and I didn't have it. So I'm here to give you both sides of the story, right? So just, I don't, it's not like an ego blow, but I would have wished people would have been watching to help with my hourly, and try to get that moving in the right direction, but nobody was watching. One thing about live is it's up there live and people can watch it whenever, but I know I still need to do a lot of work on the back end to go in and promote that video somehow. So I did just finish that tonight, and then not feeling at my best because I did a lot of work around my place to try to clean up and make it, added some lights, and I have a controller for the lights and the fog light, anything. It's kind of a big production, and it took away from making content. And then the content that I made, or I tried to make, I think I rushed through it. Normally I like to reserve 5 p.m. till midnight as a comfortable time to make content. And because I was trying to really focus on going live for that Bagel Cinematic Beats channel, it took away from being dialed in on making really, really good content. So I was making some frames. I had made some original music today, non-lyrical, so just beats, and I wanted to put it to some visuals and have that to go live tonight. And just during the process, it wasn't happening well. The prompts I was giving the video generator were letting me down. So generally when I make my videos, I usually have a song before I go to make the video. And then I didn't want to waste my video generation, so I started making, before I went to bed last night, I was thinking, what's the next kind of sci-fi parody I can do? And one side of me is like, well, who are the famous actors and actresses, and try to capitalize on what's popular. And the main part of me is really just stick to my gut. And what can I say? Marty McFly has been calling me. He's telling me I need to go back in time. So without even having a song made yet about Back to the Future and all of Michael J. Fox's movies, The Secret of My Success and Teen Wolf, and when he was on Family Ties. Well, my next project, I already know because I've started doing some video generation without the song, will be a comedy mock-up, mash-up, smash-up for Michael J. Fox and our favorite time traveler in the DeLorean. And I made a few scenes. The first scene in particular was just amazing. It looked better than the actual time machine from the movie. So that was very encouraging. And then I went to the live stream for that channel, and I feel like I took a brick in the stomach. So I'm here to share that, the highs and the lows of being a content creator. Again, if you've experienced stuff like this, give a like or give a comment down below. I'm hoping to build this channel as a place where new content creators like ourselves can find each other and figure out how we're going to be like the next Mr. Beast. And I'm not even sure I want that, but how's about the next Mr. I can pay the rent? I think that's a good first step for me. I'm scared that just if I ever do make it to monetization, that I'm going to make like $50 on and all this work. So all those type of doubts and feelings are kind of hitting me right now. When I should be, just what I've been saying in the past, just stick to making good content. Don't rush. It's done when it's done. You'll know it's done when you put your best foot forward and you dotted all the I's and cross all the T's, and you can't do anymore, and you're good. The other thing that I really want to harp on for those of you listening and those of you just getting started, the formula to go short, it's a bad formula. It if you can figure out the recipe that you can get 15 million people to watch your 15 million views in a 3-month period or whatever it is to get monetized through shorts, very challenging. I really think so. Even my best videos are, I think my best ones at 50,000 views, and then starting to realize like what's going to keep people coming back to that as far as like entertainment value down the line if I hope to be monetized. And it was like a big realization for me that my other channels, where does their future sit? And the more and more I think about it, and I've said this before, this is my favorite channel. This is an opportunity. I'm out of my shell. I can't believe you're my face to the world, and I'm letting it all bare. And if you're tuning in, you're really getting to know me for me, because I'm not trying to hide anything, because I want you to benefit from my mistakes. So let's get into those mistakes. Clearly, maybe going live for a young channel, maybe that wasn't it's not the best strategy yet. I thought because I was getting traction with 1,300, 1,400 subscribers, well, maybe they like and subscribe because they like the short content. So they're not going to find me for long content where I'm having like it's just me in the room and the 2 cats, but I got the light show going with the fog and everything. So people might have found me because they like the short content, but why would they find me for the long content? And then I don't want to post that type of content and then lose my subscriber base. But really, my gut just told me when I'm just saying that I need to focus on don't worry about what the algorithm needs, or this creator said, or this creator said. I really think if you stick to originality and that's, you hone in on whatever it is, but then stay diligent about doing the work. I don't know how long of content you create, but if you're creating 2 or 3 minutes of content a day, a short, I feel like that one a day, I think is key to stay in people's hearts and minds, and the algorithm too. But the more I do research, you got to wait 24 to 48 hours before your video posts, and so I really need to reframe that, because it's really frustrating if you spend a lot of time or you think you make good content and then the algorithm just squashes it because I already posted 2 other things that day. So the really good thing doesn't get pushed by the algorithm. So I want my good content to be seen. So I'm going to try to hold back on the temptation just to put content out, like faceless AI that always has problems, and they're cute and they're for kids, but I'm not sure what's good. And then I put those videos out and they get 200, 300 views. And then I put like a funny cat podcast out and it gets like no views at all. And then I'm like, is the podcast really that? I call it the podcast, PAWD cast. Is it really that bad? And then I went in today to that channel and I was like looking at the shorts, and no, there was a short I did like a couple days before Thanksgiving, and it's up to 1,500 views. So I don't think it's the podcast problem. I just think it's just timing and people clicking on my videos. I don't promote at all on my Strawberry Brothers channel. So it's up to 214, 215 subscribers. Started at 0. So that was 37, 38 days ago. My other channel, the Bagel Cinematic Beats, I do run some promotions. I tried it just to see what would happen. And then, as promised, YouTube, pushed my content to more people, more audience. So there's no guarantee like who they're sending it to, but I can tell you that of all the impressions, it looks like people actually click on my video 1 out of 9 impressions, but almost no matter what video it is, of those people that click on the video, 1 out of 2 of those people are subscribing to my channel. So that was like really encouraging, but I never got too far ahead of myself. All the subscriber attention that channel's been getting kind of coincided with some technical issues I was having on like my computer end. So I didn't really celebrate 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 1,350 now on that particular channel. The last, like yesterday or the day before, both channels I did like a top 10 of the videos I've done so far. So the top 10 videos for each channel that I've done in the first 5 weeks. And then today for Bagel Cinematics Beats channel, I'm like, my Lord of the Rings video didn't even make the top 10, and that's like one of my one of my favorite videos. So I made another top 10 list, Bagel's top picks to date. And basically why am I doing this is I'm trying to get those short form or those shorts, and I'm putting them all together with long form video to try to make a long video, because those are the channels I did absolutely backwards. Now, like for this channel in particular, it's a lot of long content, and I hope that you watch from the beginning to end, because you never know what you're going to learn and what you might gather. Just like I don't know I don't know either. I try to improve every day. I try to stay up with do the work. So now I know I might like create content, but I don't need to post it. I think my new philosophy 5 weeks in and now going forward is pay way more attention to programming. When is the optimum time for that particular video to go public? So today I worked on a podcast. I set it to go public for tomorrow for that particular channel. Well, tomorrow is today actually. So Saturday, later in the afternoon strategy for that particular post. And I'm hoping by not posting so much that the algorithm gave me a time to breathe. It hasn't really been pushing my content out. That means content I've been putting out probably wasn't that good in the algorithm's eye. So let me take a little time, and then tomorrow afternoon at 4:20, that podcast is set to go out, and I hope I resist temptation to get all excited and post stuff. I need to test if one video every 24 hours will it push that one video harder. This channel in particular, I'm releasing a video like every other day, I guess, or every third day even sometimes, and that's only because ChatGPT said it recommended all my content that I've created will be available and is available right now in a playlist, Diary of Content Creator Evan Linden playlist. That's listed as unlisted or public. So even if the video hasn't gone public, you could go into the playlist and watch everything I've done, which is 7 videos, and this will be the 8th. Each day chronicling what happened in the day, my highs and my lows. So today, not the best content creation day, but I am trying to get ahead a little bit. I did create one new song, so I do have some SoundCloud work that I'm going to be doing after this, and then I'm still behind on my Apple iTunes. I have 3 songs that are actually now 3 songs that are live. The 2 versions of No Soup for You. One's called No Soup for You. One called Is It All Good? And the third one's called Worlds Collide, or it was one of the first videos that I made that I just thought was, sci-fi hilarity. So I think I need to give some attention to my iTunes artist page and banner and try to get in there and dial back all the hard work that I've been doing now for the 3 YouTube channels. Because if I can sell one track on iTunes for 99 cents, that's better than this fight to monetization that is just like kind of consuming me and trying to figure out how to get people to watch longer on the other channels. Of course you're going to watch longer on this channel. I mean, I'm a never-ending comedy if you know me. So yeah, I mean, I wish you guys were out there and you could ask questions and things like that, and we can exchange, but I am very fearful to have gone live with the diary tonight because I lost it was 55 minutes of content yesterday. I erased it because it was coming no sound, and I didn't want anyone to click on that video and then see me talking with no sound. You would never click on the video ever again, right? You'd never come back to my channel to see the progress, say, for like the next 5 weeks. So what a 5 weeks it's been. I've come so far, and now I feel like I didn't want to let there to be a lull or a plateau, but maybe that's just what's happening, and I need to fight through that, and I also need to reconfigure, regroup. There's probably still a lot I'm not doing, a lot I need to improve on. My captioning and subtitling and language, and is that all necessary? And I think it is, but it's an extra work. Like but then I noticed all of a sudden YouTube started auto translating my stuff that they hadn't before. So I thought maybe that had something to do with getting to 1,000 subscribers. I might have opened that tool, or I don't know. So I have a lot of weird things like that are going on. So they weigh on me a little bit. The fact that nobody was watching live probably weighed on me a little bit. I'm still learning. I'm still learning the process. I'm still trying to grow my channels and grow myself as a person. So if you're in with me, why don't you stay tuned for the DOCC? It'll be DOCC number 9 tomorrow. This is DOCC number 8, the second time. Again, I tried sending it live to YouTube, and YouTube decided, here, you can have the video the audio, it disappeared, and I wasn't tech savvy enough to try to figure it out. And I, of course, like my usual, panic. I'm like, gotta get it off the air right away. So I deleted it. So this one is in my QuickTime player. So I will upload it to YouTube, and I feel like I have slightly more control if something goes wrong with that process because I have it here as a save file on my computer. So I think that kind of catches everybody up. Again, I don't want my energy to bring anybody down tonight. It's the Thanksgiving holiday weekend right now, and I've done nothing but work. I was lucky to have friends bring by some food, so I barely have time for preparation. Big red flag when I wake up in the morning. There is no milk for the coffee, so I will probably have to venture out of the house for that. You can tell my eyes are looking pretty tired, and I think that's a good sign. So thank you so much for joining me. This is the DOCC, the DOC, Diaries of a Content Creator. I'm Evan Linden. Thank you for joining me, and I will be back tomorrow. DOCC number 9. So catch you then. You'll be on like a 2-week delay because I have a programming schedule that ChatGPT is suggesting. So I'm going to go with that suggestion, but I do look forward to the time I get to share with you. And give a comment if you have any questions or concerns. I always check those comments, and hopefully I'll start getting better and better about, links to this and that. But really, we're just getting started here. The feeling of giving up, I feel it, but I'm not going to. So give a like, subscribe. You could be the first to subscribe to this channel. Don't be afraid. You can do it. Give a like, subscribe, and let's get monetized together. Peace out.